Hello there, my name is Buntu. So you got a great phone and you also got a great product, but your images still look amateur. Why? So today I want to talk about 3 mistakes that you could be making with your product shoots when you're using your iPhone or your smartphone. And I think one of the mistakes that you're making is using bad lighting. Maybe you're using direct overhead fluorescent light, which simply creates unflattering and unnatural shadows on your product. Or maybe you're using mixed light. By that I mean maybe you're mixing daylight with tungsten light, that warm light, bulb light in the house. And that simply creates a color cast on your image. And it makes it very difficult to balance the colors when you're actually doing the editing. Or maybe there is no direction, there is no light direction hitting your subject. So you end up with a flat image that is very uninteresting to look at. But there's a way you can fix that. You can switch off that overhead light. You can switch off that tungsten light and use only the window light, which is coming from a particular direction. And then you can have a flattering, image with dimension, with depth, which is more interesting to the eye. Maybe the other problem you have is the issue of your background, where you are placing your image. Maybe there are so many distracting elements that are taking attention away from the subject. Maybe you're using too many colors which are distracting to the eye. Maybe there's just so much clutter which looks very unprofessional. And there's a simple solution to that. Just clear that background and use a simple, probably white background and place your image there, and the image can stand as the hero, and then you can take your shot. The third mistake that you could be making is that maybe there is no styling at all when you're taking your photos. All you're doing is to simply place your image on a background and take a photo. And there is a very easy way to solve that problem. Use some props. Use some relevant props. Create a context. Create a story around your hero in the frame. Tell a story. Show someone using your product. Create that feeling that people buy into, because customers will always remember how a product made them feel. So create that feeling, create a dream with your product in that scene. So sometimes we ask ourselves a question to say, when does it make sense for me to use my iPhone or smartphone to take images of my product? In my opinion, I think you can use your iPhone or smartphone when you are testing the market before you can commit to a professional photo shoot. Or maybe you're taking content for social media, or maybe the product that you want to shoot requires less visual elements. I think those are some of the examples where you can actually just be using your iPhone or your smartphone. But there is also the question, when does it not make sense for me to use an iPhone or smartphone? I think when you begin to lose sales to your competition, or when you're actually now spending hours and hours trying to get an image and you are failing to get the right image that you want. Or maybe now you want your brand to look more established, or you want to invest in perception and instead of just documentation of the product, then I think those are some of the scenarios where you can now invest in professional photography or videography for your product. So leave a comment, like, share, and above all, please don't forget to head over to our website, because we do shoot product photos and product videos for businesses. So with that, I'll see you in the next one.